Tyler, what is your best Halloween costume ever?
Ever.
Yeah.
I mean, well, my younger years, my mom made them. She from scratch. She made all my costumes. I think the best one I ever did was that. I was a stoplight. She made but the best one I've ever done myself.
Yeah.
Dude, I would just face paint and hair paint and then just go as like a different version of I wasn't very creative.
That's bad, yeah.
Yeah.
I was a domino one year. That was
Really?
very good. Yeah. I
recently found my mom. She made a Native American costume. The whole family went as like we all had like she went all out. But I recently found the stoplight and I went as that like 2 years ago. It was a little tight, but
well, why am I talking about this? Thought it'd be a great, really smooth segue because we're here with Erika, who reached out to us from Operation Birthday Rescue, and they're doing all sorts of fun stuff with costumes that are way better than a domino or a stoplight, probably. So bring us up to speed. Where are you anyway in the world, in the Lehigh Valley? Or I don't even know where you are.
Fork Township, actually.
Oh, okay.
What's your address, Erika? Tell us your address. No.
Oh, my address, my secret.
No, 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 no! Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's a lot of really great costumes out there. People spend just insane amounts of money putting these things together. And there's such a large community, so we decided to reach out to them to see if they wouldn't mind filming little shout out videos for kids who have quarantine birthdays. So they can't have parties, can't have their friends over, can't have, extended families. So they're kind of hanging out alone, which is
awesome.
Sad.
Like, what is this?
No, that's not what you were saying is not awesome. This is
no.
This is
You found a steampunk Batman. Yeah, he's a really,
dude, that is awesome.
Who makes that? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, you'd have to dig pretty far down in those comments because there's I think the last time I checked we had 4.5 thousand comments, posts, and reactions. So you got to like really dig. But
so these people are clearly from all over the world, right?
I got a Filipino Spider-Man this morning.
Dude, look at that.
Yeah, there's a lot. They're
so going all out. You weren't kidding.
Yeah, I think we had 804 members the last time I checked.
Well, now after this, you'll have 806.
You guys are gonna break that threshold for me. Right?
Are you sending these to Lehigh Valley people or anybody?
It's actually anybody. I think the first kid we helped was in Arizona.
And so yeah, I mean, we kind of ran right into this. How did this? We'll come back to this. So tell us about you. Like, obviously, this is something that or maybe not. Is it something you're interested in, cosplay or making costumes?
I actually have never cosplayed or made costumes. I've had friends who have in the past.
Okay.
I was familiar with the community, and it actually started because my nephew has a quarantine birthday, and he does not understand why his family can't come over, his friends can't come over, he doesn't get why he can't go back to school. So I thought it'd be cool if I could find maybe like a Power Ranger or a Spider-Man to wish him happy birthday. So I started searching through all these Facebook groups. There's a million of them out there. And then all these awesome people were volunteering. And then on the flip side of that, a lot of families were saying, my kid also didn't have a birthday or isn't having a birthday. And so I thought maybe it would be a good idea to put together a group where I can meet the two together.
Of course.
And it blew up. I started this Sunday night into Monday, and we've got 800 people already. I think 50 something kids being helped.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so what have you seen some of the kids' reactions? We can't share audio, I guess, for this, like on the Facebook page, but are the kids like, because this sucks. Like, can you imagine? It's almost as bad as having your birthday on Christmas.
Yeah, well,
I think it's a little worse.
I've got one mom who started crying, and she put her son's thank you video up. But it's going really quick. The birthdays are just flying through. So we are getting a lot of thank yous, getting a few child pictures here and there. We don't want people to share too much information on the internet, so I do have to monitor what content goes.
And how are people finding out? Like, basically, how is this spreading?
So it started with me just going and obviously having my friends share on Facebook. And then I started posting to individual groups. So I posted to costume groups to get my volunteers. And then I posted to parenting groups to find the.
That's cool.
Yeah, they do a really great job.
Why don't I do stuff like this?
What's the craziest thing you've seen? Like, what's the craziest costume? Like, I don't know, that Batman was pretty gnarly. It's a pretty.
Look at this guy.
Pretty unique. You can tell he put a lot of work into his costume. I don't know. They all do such a great job.
You think there's like a kid who's like, "Hey, Mom, if you get that Operation Birthday, could I have Harley Quinn, please?"
I've actually had requests for Harley Quinn 5 or 6 times, believe it or not.
Well, hey,
are you rebooking? Like, so if you have a Harley Quinn, will you be like, "Hey, can you do another one for this kid?"
So what we do is we actually set up an event page for each child who makes a request. I repost the event page into the group, and I have a huge spreadsheet of all the characters and then all of the profiles that have volunteered with that character. So I'll mass tag all of the volunteers, and whoever who gets there first is the person who does it. So we can make sure that everybody gets covered instead of just putting it out to one particular person. And if they didn't get to it, then all of a sudden I have a kid that didn't get a video.
Right.
Imagine doing all of that work.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like,
has that kind of
that's a lot.
Overwhelmed you? Not like overwhelm you, but are you like, whoa, this is
overwhelmed in a good way? Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you didn't expect. I don't think a month ago you thought this is what you were going to be doing today.
No, not at all. Not at all. And I guess I thought it was going to, get a little traction. The rate of traction was surprising, and it does have a lot more work involved, I guess, than I initially thought. But it's going okay.
Do you want it to continue to grow? Or are you kind of like?
If we stay into my birthday, I want this guy, Bill, to give me my.
I know a guy that is that guy without all year round. So
have you?
He actually does this thing where he'll send the child a virtual treasure map, and he has his part of the treasure map, and they actually do like a virtual treasure hunt together. He's awesome. A pirate. It's really cool.
Look at this guy. Oh, I need my PayPal.
Now what are you doing? You paying it?
I mean, I don't think these kids are gonna want a stoplight. That's all I can offer. But
I went to. Have you ever been to? It's not medieval times. The Ren Fair.
Yeah, I have.
My wife, they're like, we should go. I'm like, fine. So finally we went, and it was great. We planned to go back. I mean, we'll see when that happens. But that was a good time, and I didn't feel weird. I dressed up a little bit.
It's
Tyler,
fun
you should go.
to dress up.
I'll go. I regret. I was too cool for school when I was like probably 11 to 15 about 11 to 30 about Halloween and dressing up, but now I kind of like it again.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Is that what happens? Like, you're not in high school. I don't remember doing much Halloweening. It was more like you were too cool, but then you get to college, and that's all you want to do is just you want it to be Halloween all the time.
Dress up all.
One of my favorite college memories is seeing 2 girls on Halloween argue, and they were Ninja Turtles. They forgot that they were Ninja Turtles. They were having a heated argument, but they were dressed. I can see it in my brain right now.
Can I change my?
Oh, that's a cool.
I want this guy instead.
Oh, you're changing your birthday request? We actually had a child who their parent didn't think we were going to be able to help out. They only wanted horror shout-outs.
I'm gonna friend this. This is This group is great. This is better than that Honest Trav's dive bar, Tyler.
Oh, don't even get me started. This is so cool.
That's fun. So what's the plan then? Like, what? I mean, you're kind of just like whatever. Like, do you kind of ride this out, or?
As far as what, longevity?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is it something where you're like, hey, this is something that could continue after this, or?
I was actually in the beginning wasn't planning on keeping it past the coronavirus, which seems to keep going on forever. However, a few of our volunteers have actually asked to keep it going. So it's something we'll revisit as things start opening back up, because there's still going to be kids whose, parents are overseas and they're not home, or kids who unfortunately don't have many friends. So.
Do you see that? My one friend going through whatever issue. So they have that app called Cameo, and her friend bought her Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray. So he like sent a message and then she could share it. I mean, so like the model exists. It would just be for kids. I can see it working.
We try and keep it as volunteer donation based, is because especially now with so many people being out of work, it's hard to kind of sort through like, oh, who would pay, who should pay.
Oh, well, that's a business at that point, and you don't need that. You don't need that headache now, anyway.
We want to keep it a nonprofit. The volunteers have been fantastic about donating and keeping things on time. One girl yesterday, I think, cranked out 20 videos, which was insane. So
it's like a full-time job.
Yeah, really. They just dress up.
We did 2, and I'm tired.
Name. So I mean, they've been doing great. They really have.
And then basically they're just kind of saying they're in character, telling the kid happy birthday from Harley Quinn or happy birthday from the Texas Chainsaw Murderer.
So I want to put Tyler in there.
Yeah, I just go as myself. Like, who's this scary guy?
A lot of superheroes, a lot of Frozen.
What's the most interesting request you've got?
Well, there's a lot of things I didn't even know existed in like the little kid world. So like people keep asking for Fancy Nancy, and I actually had to research who Fancy
Nancy. She's got red hair, the thing. Yes. Fancy Nancy, and Jesus Christ, it's so funny. We got her Fancy Nancy for Easter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had no idea. So really, for me, those are the more interesting things. Is the little kid stuff, is because unless you have a small child, you definitely don't know who they are.
Yeah, so little kids are in the weirdest stuff. So weird.
One kid only wants Buzz Lightyear, and it took me 2 days and messaging 8 Buzz Lightyear profiles to find a Buzz Lightyear who had time or the costume still to be able to do the shout out.
Well, so that's the thing. Like, you have to find people with these costumes. So there's logistics.
Yeah.
Like, there's not just a ready database full of people,
No.
So what are you just Googling? Like,
oh, this guy.
How are you finding these people?
Tyler, I'm going to get a birthday message for you.
Listen, I've had 4 kids ask for Mario World.
Mario's back.
How do you find people to do this? Is it like
Instagram?
Word of mouth. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're not volunteering and it's somebody super specific. I'm actually turning to Instagram. We have a business Instagram profile there. Mario, that's my Mario. He was a savior because one kid wanted a Mario party and he came through.
Look at that mustache.
Did he nail the voice?
Man-stache.
Getting to the video, he had to get to the weekend to make the video. Some people are doing this with their day job still. But he took a picture and did like this whole Mario scenescape that he wrote this really nice birthday note on. So, I mean, people are trying in any way they can. I even have somebody who does Captain America and Batman, and he is active duty in the Army and is a first responder and is still trying to get these videos out. So,
Jeez.
Yeah, he's busy for sure.
That's awesome.
It's gonna get cold. It's cold out there. All right. No, this is fascinating. I just like, it's fun. It's a fun. I wish I was creative like that.
It just shows you how many great ideas come from just like thinking, fulfilling a need personally. You know,
Imagine if you took your free time and in that free time you did something with it.
yeah. Well, we commend you, Erika. This is an awesome thing you're doing. I hope. How can people help? Can people, like, if they're hearing, how can, aside from getting the word out?
Well, getting the word out is super important to find the kids and, again, volunteers. If they want to, if they don't dress up, we have people who have their kids making cards and they take pictures and they post the birthday cards in the group. We have one lady who crochets little dolls and she sends them out if the people are comfortable. We discourage giving out physical addresses, so that is at your discretion. There's an artist in Denmark who started doing superhero portraits, and
That's awesome.
It depends on how people want to, donate their time, their skills.
And if there's a parent with a kid that is going to have a quarantine birthday, how do they get in touch with you? Facebook?
Yep, they go right to the group. So long as their profile has been active for over a year, it's an automatic approval that goes right into my inbox. If it hasn't been, then I do have to manually review. And then we have a thread where they're supposed to put their child's first name only, age that they're going to be, the birth date, and who they want the request from. Then we build an event page for that particular child that has everybody they're interested in, where our volunteers will go and then post the videos, shout outs.
And then same process if there's somebody out there listening that's like, well, I think I could do a pretty good Superman or Batman or
Yep.
Who else?
They're just going to join the group. They put a post up introducing themselves, showing their pictures. I see all of those, so I pretty much approve 99.9% of content, unless a comment sneaks through here or there.
Have you had to not approve any costumes? Are there any like, hey man, this is for kids? So.
Oh no! Thank God.
Yeah,
I mean,
good.
I'm gonna knock on some wood because you never know nowadays.
Yeah, right.
Like, what would be weird? Like Tarzan. That would be a weird one.
Or like,
I'm not Tarzan yet. Believe it or not, it's like video game characters. Video game characters.
Yeah, like maybe no Grand Theft Auto characters, right? Like.
Well, yeah, although those kids love anime, and I get it. It's very interesting, but I couldn't tell like one from the other. They all like
Me neither.
jumble. Again, I'm getting old.
That's why I have this huge spreadsheet, is because I don't know anime characters, and I do have some people who do that. So I write down the name of the character and then what show they're from, so I can link them that way.
Right.
Because I have no idea.
Hey, that's great. No, we'll link to the group. We'll make sure people can head in there and get more information at their discretion. It's a lot of fun.
So my birthday is on July 16th. So if we're still locked
you might still be in here.
Some,
well, who would you want?
I don't know. Like I'm thinking.
Like who would brighten up your day sincerely? Like Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse would be cool. I like the Roadrunner.
Oh, the Roadrunner.
Yeah,
that is
like somebody from like our old cartoon days.
You know what I would have?
What about Hey Arnold? If Arnold from Hey Arnold said happy birthday to me, I'd have a meltdown. Yeah.
The side face.
I'd have Hambone from the Iron Pigs.
True.
I love Hambone.
Have you got any mascot requests?
Not yet. As we start clipping closer to older children, I do know that there's like a need to fill. So, I mean, in a dream world, would we like to get some mascots or professional athletes? Of course,
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Right, but and there's only so much time in the day for something that you're obviously volunteering for, So you need to also give yourself some limitations so you don't go crazy.
I have quite recently this morning, recruited some help to get a hold on things.
Well, if there's anything we can do, we're not. This is basically what we look like. We're not really. This is what we can dress up. George can dress up as George. I can dress up as Tyler. And,
happy birthday!
Yeah.
Hey, Aiden.
That'll scare the kids more than anything. But this is great. This is awesome.
Yeah. All right. Hey, thank you so much. We'll get the information out there and hope to talk to you again. Be safe.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.